Hi, my name is Wayne Carroll. I'm the president of the Johns Creek Business Association. I'm here today with Allison Neal of Revved Up Kids, who is our Member of the Month. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wayne.
Take a few moments and tell us about you personally.
Well, I have lived in the Johns Creek area since 1992, so seen a lot of growth. I have two children, one in middle school, one in high school, getting ready for those college visits soon. And my husband and I have been married for 22 years, and we're just a normal Johns Creek family.
I need to tell you, this business is something that's of a very, very serious concern that parents, members alike should be very, very knowledgeable of. Tell us a little bit about Revved Up Kids and what you do.
And our business is all about helping children understand who predators are and understand that they need to protect themselves from these people, helping families open that really very ugly dialogue with their children.
What things do they need to know, some of the statistics and things that you do specifically?
Well, I think one of the scariest things is that parents don't really know how pervasive this is. Statistically, 5% of males in this country are predisposed to molest children. 5%.
Wow.
Statistically, we have a pedophile living in every 1 square mile of our country. And statistically, 1 in 4 little girls and 1 in 6 little boys will experience molestation before they turn 18. It's terrifying. And if parents really understood that, and if parents understood that more than 90% of the time, children know their predator, we get all caught up in stranger danger.
Right.
That's not who we need to be afraid of. We need to be afraid of the guy down the street or the coach or the teacher. Those are the people we need to teach our children to be on guard about, unfortunately. And that's the tough part for parents, is they need to have an understanding of the danger, and then a lot of them, most of them, need help opening that conversation with their children. And that's where we come in. We open the dialogue, we help the children understand it in a non-threatening way so that they can feel empowered and not frightened by it. And then we help the parents to continue having the conversation.
Being a past police officer, I know this issue is very dear to my heart. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some things that happen. You are membership. Parents without children, as well as parents with children, please take a point to understand that this impacts you specifically. That's, I'm sure, a concern that you run into with parents that might be in denial. What can you tell our membership?
It's a little bit tragic, frankly, because I do talk to a lot of people who would prefer to just pretend like this doesn't happen. I also run into a lot of people who have been victims. And because of that, they don't want to touch the subject. They just can't bring up those old wounds and open that dialogue with their children, even though they've been through it themselves and they know how horrible it was. If a child has no idea that an adult would violate them, how is that child supposed to respond when it happens to them? They will have no capacity to understand that they can defend themselves, to understand that this is wrong and it's okay to say no. If no one ever tells them that these people exist, all they ever know is what we teach them from the time they're teeny tiny, which is respect and obey adult authority, do what adults tell you. Our position is any child 5 and under should never be out of the sight or the guardianship of a parent or another trusted adult. They simply do not have the capacity to discern evil. They would have no capability to understand someone who had a motive that was bad. Most strangers who approach us and engage us are doing it because we're polite in the South and we like to talk to each other, don't we? So we help our children with that. Oh, talk to the nice lady who complimented your dress or whatever. So again and again and again, we're teaching our children to engage with strangers, 99% of whom probably have no ulterior motive other than being nice. But if we do that with our children, and then in that moment, when you're not with them, they are approached by a stranger with a motive, what expectation should we as parents have about how our child will respond, right?
Correct.
So we say, up until middle elementary, upper elementary age, families should have a blanket rule of we do not speak to strangers. And that's really, really tough to do, but you've got to put your kids' safety first.
Give us some of the numbers we're looking at of people that are impacted in the programs you have available.
So right, I mentioned a few of the statistics earlier, but there are over 84,000 children a day who are...
That's 84,000?
84,000 children every single day who are experiencing physical or sexual abuse.
Wow.
We are trying to do our little part, and our little part is helping children in Metro Atlanta to understand this, to understand that they are allowed to stand up to an adult who wants to violate them, and to understand mechanically how they can do that. So we have a physical self-defense component to our training as well. So we have a class for 6 to 10-year-olds that parents and children take together. It's really important that parents are learning with their children, again, so that dialogue can be continued. We have a class for middle and high school girls. Did you know, Wayne, that 25% of middle school girls today will be date raped before they turn 22? 25%, one in four girls. So our class for middle and high school girls teaches them about that, teaches them about violence against teenage girls. They are the single age group most prone to violence by strangers. They experience dating violence at very high rates, and we teach them how to defend themselves from those things. We also offer 2 free seminars, one for parents on child safety tips, and another for parents on bullying awareness.
Allison, why don't you cover the different groups that can get involved and can have this work for them?
Right. And we do have classes for individual participants. We are contracted with several local parks and recs. Really, private groups is the best scenario. The children participate more fully and everybody gets more engaged in the learning together. So we do a lot of scout troops. We do neighborhoods with clubhouses. We do church groups. We've done private school groups. We've done public school groups in off hours. So there's, anybody who's got a group and a space is a perfect candidate for us if they've got an interest in helping keep their children safe.
Well, in closing, I want to thank Allison for all that she's done. I can assure you, of all the videos we've done, this is the one that is most closest to our heart, closest to our home, closest and most impactful for our kids. For Revved Up Kids, this is something obviously you should look at and be involved with if you have children. I want to thank Allison for being our Member of the Month.
My pleasure, Wayne.
And for our membership. Be smart, be strong, and be safe. Thank you, Revved Up Kids. We appreciate it.
Thanks.